All right. Happy Thursday. Welcome in, everybody. Thank you for joining the SCORE software, the SCORE machine, where we go over um, your credit profile as well as we're going to go and make sure that you're funding ready. So, welcome in. Happy Thursday. And so, thank you both for joining us. And as we were saying, Ms. Brown, is that right when you go to the paid in full, and I'm going to share my I'm going to share my screen so you can see here.
Mhm.
All right. So in the paid in full, here for it's this June the 16th, Ray Anderson. So there is a guide that's here, the step-by-step guide for the credit repair. So we just want to make
Okay.
sure that you have the elite, because you have to have the elite or the unlimited package to be able to utilize the credit repair portion of the software.
Let me see where you pointing to. Can you go out one video?
Yeah, and I'm going to go here. This is how it shows. It says Score Machine Elite, and then you'll see CRM, and then up here on the top you'll see Add to CRM.
Okay. And can you show me where again in the paid in full?
Yeah, absolutely. So with the paid in full, it's pinned to the top. It should be the second item that's pinned. Do you see here? When you come to community, and then it says the score machines step by step user guide. Do you see that?
Mm. What tab should I be under? Community,
Yes. If you go to community, it's pinned there.
and then I'm under all. What should I do?
Um, if you go to community, it
Mhm.
should be like, if you do you see me clicking on the different tabs? So when you say all, you should see it pinned. Do you see anything that says pinned? Pinned
Okay. Let me go
at the
back.
very top. So underneath
Oh,
all, you should see three items that's pinned, three posts that's pinned.
oh, one, two.
It's the second one.
Okay. Whew. All right.
No problem. And then I'm getting
And I
ready to let's see, add it as well inside the chat here.
Okay, and I'm logging into my score machine now. I'm pretty sure I have the elite. So
Mhm. Right. So while you do that, Mr. Jamal, do you see my post that I just posted, sir? Mr. Rogers.
Sorry, I didn't know I was on mute. Yes, I see it that you what you just posted. Yes.
Okay, great. Okay. And as I say, it's a couple more, but this right here is the most used one that everyone is using, and so it's good because it helps you with the learning if you really want to learn about you know the credit ins and out of credit restoration. Then it also gives you something that you can say that you're certified credit consultant. Like I like to be certified, anything that I'm doing. And it's not a requirement. It's just, if you want to add that.
okay, and is there like anything that we need to know as far as the system or like updates or things they're working on or something where I might go to that may not be working properly, or are we this is all good to go? And then that might be a silly question, but I just want to make sure when I get in there I can just start
Um,
rolling.
we're getting ready to go over the of the score machine.
Okay.
So I'm gonna take you to the kind of like step by step. It's kind of long, so but it's a lot of information to kind of help you. So do you have a credit repair business already, Miss Brown? Or
I'm kind of getting going. I do, but don't. So I'm still in the beginning stages, but I know a lot of information. I
mm-hmm.
just gotta do it.
Okay, okay. I know, right? Um so the most important thing, and as I was sharing, is that I'm getting ready to go out of town this weekend, but last few weeks we just been having a lot of things going on with our family. So I normally post, but if you come inside the paid in full, and if you see like the insiders tips here, um, the most important thing is to start is to make sure that you have some type of intake form or some type of like questionnaire set up. So whether you have a funnel, a jot form, a Google form that you're sending, to your clients, and then for them to book, your book on your calendar. So you want
Okay.
a form, you want them to schedule a call, but really the call, you can schedule like a free like 15 minutes call, just to talk to them or whatever. But you really need, the intake form. You need the to schedule with the calendar, and then the next thing is that you need your, as you were saying, like the credit monitoring platforms. So here you need for them to have an account. You need them to have My Free Score now, or you need them to have Identity IQ or My Score IQ. So they need to have an active account. Does that make sense?
Yeah. So they gotta go. So they don't. So I don't send them one of my links for them to
Yes.
then
So
create an account.
yes. So if you have a link, you can send yours. We have a post inside the Paid in Full community, because if you don't have one, you said you may have one already. You think you have one?
Yeah, I do have a My Free Score account.
Okay,
Um,
great. So if you have a My Free Score account, then you will send them your link. So it should, if you go into My Free Score, you should be able to find your link. So see right here. So if you didn't have a link, you can use our link inside. The great thing about using your link is how you can earn, commissions. With our link, you wouldn't earn commissions.
Let
So
me scroll down and see right what you're talking about. Um, I don't know. It's the page.
this is on the dashboard here. So on our dashboard, um,
Okay.
you scroll down and then you'll see this link. But again, if you have your own, then you would share your own.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm all
Okay.
set with that.
All right. So again, your intake form, your calendar. So Calendly is free. If you have Go High Level, there is a calendar that's inside Go High Level, that you can use that, or or you can use Calendly. And then your platform credit repair link, um, to get started, right? The next thing would be is to, if your client decide to work with you, you want to make sure you have some type of agreement.
Okay.
So have your agreement, and then
Now, do we have templates in the paid in full for that, or we can just create it like Chat GPT or?
probably ChatGPT. But let me go to inside the classroom to see if we have any agreements here. So inside the classroom, we have free tools and some resources. So let me see if I search agreement. So this right here is a client agreement inside the school. So if you click on classroom and then you type search agreement,
Yeah.
this comes up here. Um, but you want to make sure, I would put this in ChatGPT and see what is missing, because you always want to have something with cancellation. You want to make sure state wise, you want to make sure that you have everything according to just the state that you're in, that you're not breaking any state law or whatever. Especially when it comes to like certain states, you can't take upfront money and stuff like that. So you want to make sure that the what your state is saying. And then some people have some states require bonding insurance, and then some state requires some have. So let me go here and type in
New York State.
what I'm going to be looking at here for it's for insurance. So let's see. So there's a for insurance, there's a E and O insurance. And so that's an insurance that kind of helps you with liability and stuff like that. So if you look and find out some information on that about to kind of protect you for anything that you may not have known, right? I think Lemonade has it. Geico. Because we were on a call one week, and others was kind of talking about it. So so right here it says to check your state requirements. You can click on this. So if you type insurance, it'll pull up, and then you'll be able to kind of look to see for your state.
Okay.
Okay. All right. So we talked about intake form, Calendly. We talked about the credit monitoring platform for your credit repair link, your agreements, if you need bonding insurance, E&O insurance, and checking state requirement. Let's see what else. Then you need like a script, like some type of script, like if you have a discovery call. So if you're talking to them for 15 minutes, you need a script. If you talking to them about, just say, like monthly, like if you get a client and you want to just talk with them on a monthly basis, right? So things that you want to go over on a monthly basis. So I would have a discovery call for 15, and then the other one is like if you want to have some kind of success coach or whatever. But if you want to have like an onboarding call, if that makes sense. So discovery call, and then an onboarding call, and then a monthly, like a monthly basics like call with your clients.
Hey, real quick, when you signed into my Score IQ, did it pull your report up on your end?
Me, or you're talking to Ms. Brown? Ms. Brown?
Okay, because it's showing right now, it's showing
Yes.
report. So
It pulled your score up, Ms. Brown?
did it let you get in? Is it showing anything on your end? Why is it not letting you?
In the score machine?
You're talking about
You
my.
have to pay for it. That's why, because it's a free trial.
Are you talking to us, Mr. Rogers, or somebody else?
Yeah, you could just cancel it.
I think he's talking to somebody
I
else.
think he's talking to someone else.
I just muted him. Okay, no problem. All right, we tracking with everything. Fire Business, Miss Miss Brown.
Let me go to
Because we're gonna go to
the
the score machine. I just want to cover the basics.
yes, I'm with you so far.
Okay.
Because I'm looking at you on my phone and I'm looking using my computer to follow along. So
Let's see here. I don't have anything.
but I close out. Why did my score machine close out? So you're saying that link that's in our dashboard, that's y'all
This
link,
is for yes, this is Batty's thing. This is not yours.
that's not mine. But if I had a My Free Score account, do I
Mm-hmm.
send the client the link from that so they can get that link and then create a My Free Score account of their own? And then I can pull it to Score Machine or don't do it that way?
So you can't upload yours at all. You would have to create you like a Excel spreadsheet. So let's just say you have a spreadsheet with all of your passwords and stuff like that, right? So you will just have it on your spreadsheet, and then when you need to get with your clients, if you had like a funnel for your new clients, so I don't really. Let me go to my just to show you because I don't really use it right now because I'm not doing anything with funding. But
Okay.
on my Instagram, right? Um, go to my page here. So I have like a link tree. You know about link trees, right?
Kinda.
Okay, it's free.
And
All right.
what is it? Is it link? What is it doing? It's linking what?
It links like different URLs. Like you do calendars, you can do ebooks, like you can do okay. Trying to see if I could share this inside the. It's been raining over here, so my power just glitched. So,
And we over here dealing with wildfire smoke.
oh goodness, sorry to hear that. All
Thank
right,
you.
so I just shared the link with you, but it links URLs like this right here is. I'm going to click on this just for y'all to see how it looks. Okay, so this is mine. This is a funnel and go high level. So instead of having an intake form, then everybody would click on this. And then I ask them a few questions, and then they can upload like their credit repair here, but they don't need to upload the credit repair. You need their login information. The only thing about this is that if you have like, just say if you have sophisticated clients or maybe old clients, they may can't do this. So if you have a team, you know, your team can help them fill it out or you can help them fill it out. The main thing is for you to get their login information for My Score IQ. Okay. Some of your clients may say that um, they already have something, right? So if they already have something, that's fine. You know, they don't need to go and get your. They don't need to go and get yours because you know we do want commissions, but they don't need to go get your My Score IQ if they already have My Free Score now or Identity IQ. That's fine, as long as they have one of the three.
They would just give me their login information
Right. You need
if
their
they had
login.
it.
Right. So here for My Free Score, now you would just need the email or username and password. For My Identity Q or My Score IQ, you would need their last four digits as well.
Okay, I got that part. So if they already got it, just get it. But if they don't have nothing,
Yeah,
then
then
what?
give them your link.
Okay. And
Yep,
I
give
should
them.
be giving them my link from in here in the dashboard, not from my free
Not
score
this,
now.
not this. You should go to your My Free Score IQ, and then you have your login for your affiliate. So I would just like
Because
I
I'm
was saying.
looking at my Free Score Now account, and it says
Oh,
my links and the
yep, copy
referral
that.
program,
Yep,
right?
copy that.
The enrollment link, and then I would get a commission off of that. But they
Hmm.
pay, for instance, 29.90 or 24.97 for a
Right.
trial, just so I can be able to get they sign up, then I can get their credentials that way.
That's right. Yeah.
Okay.
Yep, that's
Ooh,
right.
I wasn't flickering. I got it.
No,
Okay.
no, hey, that's what we are here for,
Yes.
to go over all of that. So, um, Jamal, did you try on Chrome, using Chrome? Sometimes you have to use Google Chrome to try,
Oh,
because
Yeah, yes, I'm using Google Chrome, but I just called the client as well. They say when
Mhm.
they signed up, they don't see their credit report either. She said their credit report not pulling up either on their end either.
On
My score IQ.
My Score IQ.
Yeah. So I just told her just to give them a call in the morning.
Right. Let's see. Let's see what their hours are.
mm,
Yeah, they're 7. I just missed them.
Yeah.
Okay, 7 to 7. And you gave this to your client?
Yeah, I gave them the information just to give them a call and just let me know. Because when I was doing it on the score machine, it kept
Hmm.
on giving me an error code saying we can't pull up the report either. Call customer service,
Hmm.
score machine customer service, and that's when I called the client and asked them, "Are you seeing your report on your end?" And they told me like, "No, they just signed up for the free thing. She put her card information in, but she don't have no report."
mhm,
Right. Like she may have to, because I can't remember. It's been a while. I don't know if she has to verify something, or something like that. If they sent an email to validate. So she definitely need to call to make sure that all the steps was all the steps, no steps was missed, is what I'm trying to say.
Oh,
And
yes,
mhm.
correct, for sure.
so, especially with her just signing up as well.
Yeah.
Okay.
I know in the past I went, we talked about the difference, but it's one, I ain't gonna say better than the other, but is one of them more user friendly than the other one? Like, should I switch from my free score now to one of the other ones?
No, so we this is our preferred, because we I have a partnership with my score IQ. Um I know that my free score now, like Identity IQ and my score IQ, are one of the same. They're like
Mm-hmm.
sisters company. My
Mm-hmm.
free score now was having some issues because they had partnered with somebody and they were trying to separate, and they were kind of going
Yep.
back and forth with
Mm-hmm.
some stuff. So and then also I know that I think we've been trying to kind of, reach out to them and try to just make sure that um if there's any benefits or anything like that that the users can get. But
Mm-hmm.
I think since they're dealing with what they're dealing with, they haven't had a chance to connect with Ali or anything like that. So
Okay.
right now, my score IQ or identity IQ, it wouldn't be an issue with that.
Okay. I guess I gotta just look as far as billing because if you pay for something, I'm gonna have to wait till that's done. But
Okay.
okay.
All right. So where are you at now? You got everything. You got the link tree thing for your so this is something, because it's different ones. It's link tree. I think it's something that's called Beacon or whatever. But if you're on social media, you want to get something like this, unless you had like like if you had a website and you had a developer, like, because the developer can add all of this stuff on your website. But if not, definitely use something like this link tree to connect, like your calendars. See right here where I have the to pull right here, the three
Let me
credit.
see.
So you want your clients, like they can go here and they can click on your link and they should be able to go and do that.
So Linktree connects all your social media. Like it gives the responses in there if somebody click and they wanna
So they can
inquire
sign
with you.
like not because it's not like a funnel. It's just something helpful. It's very like a helpful tool. Let's just say you out and about. I have notes on everything, but you may not have a note or whatever. And then if someone sees you on, because people nosy, they're gonna see you on social media. They're gonna click on your links, and then they'll see here if they wanted to work with you and pull your report, especially for $1. If they wanted to set up a one-on-one consultation, here, if you wanted to send them, like if they were trying to get funding or whatever, they could come here.
Oh,
Um,
okay.
so definitely, yes, it is. Fiverr,
Fiverr.
yeah,
Okay.
Fiverr is a great place to find a developer when you get ready for your website and everything that you want on your website. Um, but you got to kind of know what you want, unless like somebody refer you there on Fiverr. So yeah, excellent place. All right,
Okay.
so we talked about Linktree, making sure you have something like that where you can put all your URLs on there. Okay,
Hmm.
something similar to that. And what I would do, I would go and look at 5 to 10 other companies that's doing credit repair and see how theirs look. And I would, you know, copy what they have, but in your
Yeah.
your own way, just to make sure you have everything. Because if you got ebooks, you can put your ebooks here. You got a stand store. If you have I think Gunroll, whatever, you can add all of that here on your URL. Connect all of that in one place. And
Can
then
I got a quick question, if you don't mind.
no problem, what you got?
Sorry, I didn't want to interrupt what y'all was talking about. I was on the call yesterday, and I remember I've been kind of been on all of them this week. Like I'm kind of like in the
Yes.
same place, like the young lady was speaking in, just getting started myself. So she was mentioning
Mhm.
something like if you wanted to add like other credit repair software to the score machine, I was just kind of a
Right.
little confused at that because you know, the score machine, I'm assuming that's supposed to do everything that we needed to do. So I was just trying to get an understanding, like, do people add? I was gonna go through the school, to see what other things is going on, but I also don't want to be one of them guys that's trying to add so much different things, like a la carte, add so many different things without actually using what works for what it works for. So I was just a little bit confused on that. And just my other thing was with the pricing as far as the letters. I did submit some things for the letters, like just to see how much it'd be for the standard, the basic, and the enhanced. And I just was
Mhm.
wondering, is it always like kind of that a little more expensive, just so I can know how I could go about with clients in the future, if that makes sense.
Right. So the client definitely should be paying for their letters. And the price, um, it's like once, because we don't really know about pricing too much, right? We don't get in on that side. But the pricing is based on how many pages that you have when they send out something. And then their pricing for something that's certified, because you want them to sign for it. If you don't want certified, it may be a little less. And then each level is more pages. So it's like the basic, the enhanced. And as you see, when you click on those or when you run the dispute letters, you'll see that the pages increase by each dispute type
Yeah, I had seen that because I was
stuff.
saying one
But
was like
as
almost
far
like
as the
400.
price, like, yeah. So when you talk to them, like I would ask them how they price. Do they have a price per letter? Or they per sheet? Or are they pricing like so many as a group? Because we really don't know that on the training.
Okay, that's
Okay.
fine.
So you were talking about the I'm gonna go to the work area. We still gonna go through everything, Miss Brown, but I'm just talking through the questions. So you were talking about the the software. So Batty has right here is what you're talking about here. So under settings, we talk about if you have your own M2 products. So some of the coaches, so remember, um, some of the coaches may have had M2 in the past, but their clients is saying like, "Hey, I'm with M2. Like, what's the latest and what's the greatest, right?" So if they had an M2 product, they will add their other product here because their team can now go back and forth. So their team will have one-stop shop. So if I have a team and all day long they're doing credit repair, they're doing, funding, this is a one-stop shop. So you can use the score machine or you can come here. Like some may still have GAs that they're trying to use. So if they still have GAs, then they would put it here. Once the GAs run out, then they would just solely use the score machine. So this is basically, it's not required. This is just, here really just a placeholder.
And that's something that we could add, or that is something that the person Batty added already had before.
So if you would have to add it yourself. So this is like our training tool that we're using. So when you go to settings, and you go to integrations, I think it's integrations, you would have to add your own link right here
Mm-hmm.
if you had it yourself. Because if not, it's gonna be blank. Nothing's gonna be there.
Okay, I see what you're saying. Okay.
Okay.
All right. Well, like I said, I was just asking some stuff, but you guys, I don't want to hold the class up because I know you got things you got to do. I know you got some family stuff, so I just had that question. That's all.
No, no, I was gonna make sure that Miss Brown was okay, and then I was gonna because we heard you talking, and we kept saying, "Are you talking to us? Are you talking to us?" But so I wanted to make sure Miss Brown was good to go, and then I was gonna make sure that you had if you had any questions or whatever. So Miss
Okay.
Brown, you have all your questions so far has been answered.
Yeah, that was a good question. So if we use M2 in the
Hmm.
past for its rounds of attacks, and I do want to make sure I have it, just saying that I can
You can put
integrate
it
it.
there for,
Okay.
yeah, and mainly for your team. It's like we want to make sure that everything is handy like for our team. If you had it. So remember when we were talking about using different methods, Jamal, last week we were saying like different methods, like, so there's different methods that credit restorations companies are using. So they may find like, oh, I have a bankruptcy. I have this product is good for this. That product is good for that. So it's great if you can find something that works for everything. But if not, and say, hey, I
No, for
have this.
sure, that
This
makes
works
sense.
for 80, 85, 90% everything, then I may have to jump onto something else, to tackle whatever. So that's why the more the better it is, like for your company and stuff.
Yeah, that
Okay.
makes sense.
Okay. All right. Um, so we're gonna go to the home page, Ms. Brown. If you would like to become an affiliate, do you see right here on the Score Machine homepage, you would click on join as affiliate.
Yep.
And then this is how you get your affiliate link. You would scroll down to the bottom and then you would fill out your personal information and then set up a password. And we're going to be going over the affiliate link once we go over the training. So I just want you to know that you can set it up here on the main page.
Okay. Yep. I'm gonna let you go through it, and I'm gonna be listening.
Okay.
I don't want
All
to
right.
take you up either. Whatever
All
you're
right.
going through, I pray God be with your situation.
Well, thank you, thank you. It's just, it's I'm from the South, and so we're having the threes now. So hopefully this is our last three. So for the last 3 weeks, we've been dealing with this right here. So hopefully Saturday will be it. All right. So this is our dashboard overview here for the score machine. So again, to have the credit repair to be able to do your dispute letters, you would need to have the score machine elite. So here, our homepage or our we'll just say dashboard overview. What you see here on the left panels is kind of like this is like a snapshot of what you mainly will see on the left hand side. Okay, the left tabs. So here on the homepage, it's telling you how many clients you have. Out of the clients, it's saying which ones are not fundable of the 11 clients. How many in process. So in process is meaning that you or your team is doing some work for those clients. Ready match is that your how many is ready for funding? One. Total new clients this month is 0. Inactive, you have, they have 0 clients that's inactive. This is the total banks, which is 4,565 banks. Out of these banks is 13,945 products. Here is saying AI fundability overview. This is basically saying, again, match ready, those who are ready for funding. 10 clients need negative items removed. 8 clients have stalled profiles. One one client is fully matched. Here again, if you didn't have a link for the credit repair, you'll be able to use Batty's link. Okay, so over here on the right hand side, it says client login. So you can share this login with your clients and they'll be able to follow their journey. It's only they're only going to be able to look at it as a read only, but they will be able to log in and to see the work that you're doing. Onboarding. So we can onboard our clients ourselves. Anywhere you see add to client here on the top, you also will see it over here on the left. This is how you add your this is how you add a new client. Again, we the score machine recognizes the 3 credit monitoring platforms, and so you would need active accounts for your clients and to be able to have their information as we went over. So you can add the clients or you can share the onboarding link with your clients yourself. Like you can add them or they can add themselves. I will say anytime you share clients login or onboarding link, they're going to have questions. So I highly suggest that you know the score machine in and out before sharing any of these links with your clients, but they are available to share. Referral link. So remember, I was saying on that home page is that once you once you've signed up um, for a referral link, you can be able to earn commissions. You would have your own link. You will have your own QR code, and you can share this with your clients. Quick actions if you wanted to go and when it says credit report, so we say fetch a credit report. So if you wanted to get a new credit report, you can come here. Settings, we're going to go over on the left hand side. The affiliate pro dashboard. So this right here is if you have referred a client and they have signed up and they're a subscriber for the score machine. This right here is basically showing you about your commissions. So we'll say if you had, because this is 10% on the amount of the current subscription, right? So let's just say if you had 20, 25, or 50 clients, right? Um, with those 50 clients, if you had just say 50 clients that you referred and they use your link, then that can help you, pay for your monthly subscription, or if you had any VAs, or if you wanted to run some ads or whatever. So you sharing about the Score Machine, you can share by doing videos, you can post posters, or if you have your own community and stuff like that, you can share and talk about the Score Machine as well. So this right here is just an overview of anytime you have a subscriber, monthly subscriber, and it's going to tell you like total earned, monthly earnings, recurring revenues. It's talking about the pipeline. It's going over the active paying, pending, unpaid, cancels, and stuff like that. This also is the affiliate leadership board. Like, just say like Paul has referred 7 people, and like this is showing you who's referring the most people, right? So, and then anyone who's sharing your link, of course, I would like to give them some type of incentive, right? Here is like for referrals. This is like the referral management. It repeats the same thing across the top, but this is their contact information. So you want to make sure anyone who's joined underneath you, that they're on these 5 days a week training, that they know about the Score Machine, because we want them to stay monthly, because this is what's helping you with your commissions, right? Your commissions, monthly revenue. This is just breaking down the earnings and payment histories, earning breakdowns and the trends, referral links. So on the dashboard on the Score Machine, you'll see this referral link, REF. This is one-to-one. Like if you meet one person and you want to tell them about the Score Machine, you will share this link. This here is best for recruiting partners, influencers, and team members into your affiliate network. So if you have someone that is a coach, like a church, association, just a big group, you want to share the one here that says affiliate, because not only will you earn 10%, but any person that they bring in, you will bring in, you also receive 5% lifetime value on anyone else that they bring in. Commissions, again, this breaks it down, the commission trackers here, subscription. So it's 2 ways. So these are 2 separate portals. Actually, we have the Score Machine, and then we have the affiliate portal. So this is why you will see the price here, because somebody may just be affiliate, and they're referring people to the Score Machine. And then later on, they may decide that they want to have a subscription. So this is why you see it here. Generate links. It's just going to take you to the referral link. Here for settings, typical, settings information. But this is how you fill out here under referral. You create your slug. So mine would be like Coach V. And as you see it, this is how it previews. And then this is what you see when we get ready to go back to the Score Machine. All right, I'll close some of this stuff. Okay, so again, this is why you see sandboxes, because we have sandbox inside the affiliate dashboard. This breaks down the client status again, what we saw earlier. Here it talks about this month performance, new clients got funded, reports pulled, funding, invoice. Here it talks about your clients. The clients is under CRM, but this is something on the bottom, because it kind of breaks down like all clients. It's telling you who's fundable, who's match ready, who's not match ready, new this month, and inactive. Here's our calendar. So you will see that we have training Monday through Thursday. We have training at 8 p.m. You can use the link to join here, or also in the paid and full community. Or if you have the link, the training is the same, same Zoom link, same time, Monday through Friday, 8 p.m. Also, you can add notes. So let's just see, like if you want to have a title and a note and you save the note. But typically, if you have clients and you want to say pull their report, you can put that on your calendar, and you'll be able to pull, know have a notice to know when you or your team will pull your client's new credit report. Fridays, we have at 3 p.m., we have our Fridays master class. And the same thing, you can join inside the score, inside here, the score machine, or you can use your link that you have. But those are our training days. So now we're going to go over here to the CRM. So underneath the CRM, this is our client pipeline. So you can search your client's name, or you can scroll down and find your client. Once you find your clients, this is the overview here. This is amazing because it tells you how long this person has been your client. It has all three credit reporting agencies' credit score, and it tells you right away if your client is fundable, right? So you're going to see once we go under the work area that with your client, you're going to see like different tabs. But if they're fundable, you don't really have to go through all those tabs. You just have to go to underwriting and, and just check everything underneath underwriting, and then you can go to the funding tab. Or if they're not fundable, once you go to underwriting, it's going to take you to credit repair. So, but this is what we want to see here: fundable. Here it has the client summary, client's contact information, the client's location. It says score improvement. It tells you which rounds that you're on if you're doing credit repair, if any documents missing. This client here is ready. Overall progress 60%. It's saying that everything is on track. It's looking good. Here, next steps, continue building profile. Love this here because it's telling you right away is that the last time that the report was pulled, it's telling you dispute letters generated, the date, documents uploaded when the document was last uploaded, and then profile created. This is what you see on overview. Here under profile and documents, you want to make sure that the personal information is complete. You want to make sure everything is completed because this is the information that's going to be used on the dispute letters. So you want to make sure that all the blocks are completed with the resident's information. Here, if you're ever trying to fetch a report, right, your client's report or your report, and you can't fetch the report because here on the top is saying here, fetch new report, top right. If you can't ever fetch a report, it's probably because, the email needs to be updated or the password needs to be updated. So if you're having any issues, I would always refresh this password here, especially if the account is good on the credit monitoring site. I would make sure that it's refreshed here. All right, so for identifications, you want to make sure that you upload your identifications, that you're uploading your government ID, your social security number, and proof of address. And these are all the documents that can serve as proof here for these items. Other documents, like here we have the data breach. We have a document here for that. Just say if you have an FTC report, you have bankruptcies, LexisNexis, anything else, power of attorney, letter affidavit that you want to upload, you can upload the other documents here. And this right here is everything that's going to be uploaded when you do your dispute letters. All right, so here for credit, this is the credit report history. Again, it's telling you when the report was fetched. Here for your score history, this is the scores. Each time you upload a new report, it would have the scores and it would be able to show you if your score went up or down. Here, if you have a power of attorney, you can upload that here as well. Letters that's generated, we'll come back to this, but this is the letters that has been generated for when we've done the credit repair. Equifax settlement, this right here is a data breach. We do have in this paid in full community, we have a post on that if you wanted to check for Equifax data breach. you can read that post. We also have inside our paid in full community underneath classrooms, we have secondary bureaus. Like if you wanted to freeze any of these or any other secondary bureaus, read inside that. Alrighty. So now we're getting ready to go to employees. So if you had any team management, so manage your team members' role and access permissions. So this is how you add your team members that will be doing credit repair or funding tasks. You would add their information, their emails, active password, and then you'll be able to create your team member. So here, if you wanted to edit the members' information, if you want to deactivate, or if you want to remove, you can do that. Is where we're going to perform our task. All right, so features requests. Wanted to just say if you was accustomed to using any other in the past credit repair software suggestions, you can definitely make sure this is a one-stop shop need here. So you would have your title, pictures, and you would submit your idea. At the end of the month, it's typically we're doing our weekly training. All right. So for your AI coach, this is new and it's up. So nothing is there. So knowledge base, under knowledge base, this is we have some recordings here. So I wanted to look at some of the recordings. You can look at that. If you click start, it's almost as if you're doing an academy, like an online class. So this is what these tabs really is talking about, leadership and about. But we also have directory. So if you wanted to apply for directory, and if you wanted to share your business listing, you can also complete this and fill this out here, especially if you wanted to network with anybody inside the community. So subscriptions, right now we have four right now, four subscriptions. We have the Elite for $297. The Elite is what comes with the credit repair tools include at no additional cost. Here is saying that for the accelerator credit repair tools included at no additional cost. The minimum all 148, it says credit repair tools included additional costs. Here tools included for no additional cards. The only difference here is that it's unlimited users and unlimited 20 users. So the users are here is 5 users and 30 clients, and this is 1 user and 1 client here. So these are our new names. They've changed the names. And yeah, love it. So for support, it's the customer service manager, Ray Anderson. But these are some of our other team members here. If you would like to reach out to the support team, this is the Saturday and close on Sundays. You could call or you can text support. You can also email and then like what's going on here. All right. So for our settings, here you will see the profile information if you want to add a picture, update your personal information. Here, if you wanted to change your password. Underneath agreements is typically, we get the question sometimes with funding module override. So if you ever feel like you want to override the safe mode, you're able to do that here. So, but you would have to basically take off the safeguard, acknowledge and accept responsibilities, fill out your information, and then click on enable to override. So this is if you ever wanted to override and you felt like you were 99% ready and for some reason it's not letting you go to funding, then you could do that there. Integrations. So go high level. Inside the school community, you can type in go high level or GHL, and you will see that Ray has a couple offers for go high level. So if you wanted to work with Ray with his offer, you can reach out to him and he can help you with integrations, funnels, website, landing pages, and more, right? So just to let you know, some of our users have reached out to Ray. They have been satisfied with his services. So just know if you don't have anybody on your team and you need help with Go High Level, you know, definitely highly recommend you reaching out to Ray. Here, where we were talking about if you had your own M2 product, you could upload it here. And or if you had some GAs and you wanted to upload the link as well, you can upload them for yourself or your team to have one, one area to operate out of. So this is your client link. If you to update your slug, like I will put Coach V, and this again is the onboarding. Like if you wanted your clients to add themselves as a new client, this is what you would use that for. Branding, like if you had hex code, you could change your code here, and like here is saying green, you could put in what your branding colors are. Merchant, so you are able to pay invoices inside the school, but we use 5-star here, and so inside the school community, if you type 5-star processor, you'll be able to have Rick's information to reach out with Rick, but so would have to use a preferred merchant, which is 5-star. Once you've completed the contract, you will get the credentials information to fill out here, and then you'll be able to pay invoices inside the school machine. Great thing about 5-star is that they understand funding, and so which some may say funding is high risk, credit is high risk. 5-star already have a partnership with Batty. So again, inside the paid in full, you can type 5-star and you can see the post on that. Appearances, from light mode to the dark area. So, type to find, we can type to find our client's name if we feel like we have a lot of clients, or we can just scroll down and find our client. So the client we're using is Ali Batty. And these here, this is the toolbar here. So Ms. Brown, I know you went over some of these items right today with, was it Ray? Was it today or when you went over with Ray and Batty, right?
Yeah, not today, but
Okay.
a while
Okay.
back. And I was supposed to meet with Ray. I'm gonna send him a
Okay.
message. Maybe he got busy, but I was
No
waiting
problem.
for him.
So these tools here, the analysis insight, the progress report, these tools here are really to help when you're trying to do consultations like with your clients, like when you're trying to have a new client, like when you upload your report, right? So the first one is really if they really have, really no knowledge, or we can just say, um, it's going to say my credit analysis, understanding credit and how credit affects you. So you're really breaking it down that it's 3 credit reporting agencies. You were saying what is my what is in my credit report. So saying that this is 5 areas that's covered underneath the credit report. Why credit is important, how it helps it, how it can help, or it can kind of deny you, right? So it's saying access to financial products. So remember we were saying we had those 13,000 plus products. So it's saying credit cards, loans, and mortgages, better terms and lower interest. And so it can affect employment and housing, insurance premiums, renting an apartment, buying a car, everyday purchases, utilities, purchasing a home, financing education, starting and expanding your business. Here again, you'll see the credit score, quite a lot. But it's just trying to make sure you know what it is just about on most of the tabs. So it's
I'm
saying
sorry. Should I be seeing your screen, Miss Vivian?
you're not seeing the screen.
No, ma'am.
I don't know why.
Let me see. Okay.
Okay,
Yep. Now I can see it. Thank you.
no problem. All this time y'all couldn't see the screen.
Not all the time, but just when I heard you say my name, I looked at the screen and I didn't see.
Okay, so yes, Lord have mercy. So so here with this tab here, it's really kind of breaking it down. The first tab, the second tab is like the progress. Um, Here, talking about the 5 factors, showing like the negative items and stuff like that. The negative items here is the increase. They only have increase for the negative items. The account date, the creditors. So remember, the account dates is good. You want to know that because increase should be only on for 2 years. So this is what you're looking for here, trying to see what are the 2 years. Is it past the 2 years for these increase? Creditors, bureaus. If you have increase that's new, or anything that you had new, when you upload your new report, it's going to go from new to still present if it's still there, or removed. Credit history, saying your average age, your oldest, your recent increase, and the total accounts, which this client has 71. Here for underwriting, you want to make sure for underwriting that you have a picture of this. So when you're talking to your clients and you're setting up consultations, you want to make sure that they're meeting these criteria. So if I'm doing a discovery call or my intake sheet is going to have this information here because I want to know. They may not know all of this. What they know is good, but I once the credit report is uploaded, it's gonna, as you can see here, it's gonna either be green, good to go, proceed with caution, or not eligible, right? So they're gonna highlight if they was not good to go, or proceed with caution or not eligible. Here is where it's gonna say if it's good to go to funding, or it's gonna be red and go to credit repair. Here for this client, when it's talk about utilization, they have 71 accounts. So for TransUnion, Experian, and Equifax, across all 3 bureaus, the combined utilization is 10.5, 8.2, or 10.5. So you really want to know when it comes to the accounts, like you can see which accounts is TransUnions, which accounts is for Experian, Equifax, and which ones is for Experian. You can find that out. You can also find out, what they still owe. Here, when we scroll down just a little bit more, it's going to say pay down. So the pay down is really good because pay down, it helps you with the utilization. Like, because, okay, so with the utilization, you want to make sure that you have ways to deal with the utilization, whether it's a credit union and you're doing a debt consolidation loan, or if you're going to SoFi, Lightscreen, Prosper, Best Egg, and places like that. So you want to have a solution when you have your clients that's dealing with high utilization. So here, what I would do here is that when I had my clients and I'm talking to them, I would just let them know that they have 3 accounts that's over 30% with the utilization. If they decide to go with you, I would give them a solution, but I wouldn't give them a solution if they're not, going with you. Solution is only given once, they're your client, right? But you can notify them when you're doing your 15 minutes saying that thank you for, thank you for sharing your credit report with me. I've gone over your credit report. I see you have, whatever negative items. I see that you have high utilization. Just briefly identifying what the issue is and stuff like that for them. You have any questions at all, Ms. Brown? You good to go for underwriting?
Yep.
Okay. So the credit war map, this right here is talk about increase. You can use a GPT, like you can highlight all of these if you wanted to do a dispute letter. So, ways to deal with increase is to call the credit reporting agencies to dispute. If you call them online, you could do a letter and submit it through the credit reporting agencies. You could, mail your own letter. This right here is ChatGPT, and it show you how to do a letter. We do have a post with GPT inside the Paid in Full community. Or now, with our credit repair software, you can tackle them that ways. So it's really, those are the ways to deal with dispute items. Here, as you see, the M2 Forge, FICO Forge, because we set it up underneath our settings. It shows again the utilization, what it is here. So it is great. So on your intake form, you should ask them what relationships that your clients have, because you want them to identify who they have accounts with, right? Because you want to know, like revolving, you want to know who the creditors are, especially if they're going to go for funding, because knowing the creditors is telling you who they already have relationship with. And then you can also go back if you want to double dip with those banks, right? So it's good to know who the creditors are. It's good to know the status. It's good to know if it's authorized user, individual, or a joint account. Joint account and individuals are like the same, right? So if you have any family members or anything like that, or significant others or any friends, and you can hop on as a joint user, that is great. All right. And this right here is talking about trade line. So if you're looking to get a trade line, you do not want to get a trade line less than 7 years for trade lines. So that's what's important there. All right, so here, really with the law engine, what's important here is that you want to make sure for personal information that you have your name, date of birth, SSN number, address. You want to make sure that all of this is correct and properly, filled out. That you have something like a placeholder. You want to make sure you have at least one employer, because the creditors want to know how they're going to get their funds back. And we're going to talk about inquiries. They don't have any negative accounts, so we'll talk about inquiries when we get here for the credit report repair. All right, so Ms. Brown, this is important. We're getting ready to go over the credit repair here. So It is five steps. So I did upload the step-by-step guide, and again, it's also in the Paid in Full, but this right here is going over those steps. So all right, so once you click on credit repair, it's going to be 5 steps. So first, you want to identify your negative items. So I'm only going to do inquiries because I'm not worried about addresses. So I can click, if I want to click everything, I can do select all across all three if I wanted to, but I don't want to deal with inquiries. So I'm going to clear those. So, but if I wanted to, like for inquiries, some of these inquiries may be open on a attached to an open account. So I can choose which ones that I wanted to choose, right? If I know that, hey, this is tied to an open account, I don't want to dispute all the inquiries. Or I can just select all my inquiries, okay? So this is step one, identifying the negative items. So now this right here is the dispute type. So as you see, it's basic, it's standard, it's enhanced. So it's 3 dispute types. Basic, it has basic wordings. So the pages is going to be less. Standard is a little stronger letter, and enhanced is it's like different formats for the letter. So it's 3 types of letters here. So we're going to go with enhance. Here we're going to pick which round we're on, right? So every 30 days or unless we got a response. So let's just say we sent this out on, today is the 16th. Within a week, Equifax come back and they say that it was verified and we wanted to go to round two. So if they sent something within a week, and so today is the 16th, and we sent something out on the 16th and they came back on the 23rd, and we know that they didn't have enough time to do an investigation on the 24th, I'm going to send my next round because, you know, they came back saying it was verified within a week. So I'm going to follow up with my next one. So I'm not going to wait the full 30 days, right? So, but this is really based on, you know, with the rounds with 30 days, unless they come back and say it's verified. So we start with round 1 and then we work on to round 6. So I'm going to say we're on round 4. And then the next one is going to be looking at our documents. So remember the documents that we uploaded underneath the CRM, the client management. So they are here now. So if you didn't upload anything, you can upload them here. If you wanted to delete and change out the documents, you can do that as well here. But just to let you know that they're here. So the next one would be to generate a dispute letter. So we have 9 items selected. And we have across all 3 credit reporting agencies. So, all right, so now it says generated 3 dispute letters. Then we're going to scroll down once we see that pop up there. And so here you're going to see TransUnion because it says 3 disputes letter ready for downloading or printing, right? So we're going to see TransUnion. We're going to see a letter for Equifax. We're going to see another letter for Experian. We're only going to look at one of the letters. All right. So the letter that we're going to look at, we're going to open PDF. So once we click to open the PDF, it's going to show our information that we entered underneath the client profile. It's going to show who the letter is going to. It's going to show the 4 inquiries that we had for TransUnion. And then it's going to also, depending on what letter that you choose, then you may see the accounts. If you did the basic, you're not going to see the accounts. But you'll see the accounts on the top one time, but it's not going to be like broken down like it is now. It just depends on what letter. Then you're also going to see the documents that we uploaded. Now you see the last thing we uploaded under the other documents was the TransUnion data breach, because we were affected by the data breach. So we have our letter there. All right. So this is how the letter looks. So now we have the choice to download the letter ourselves as a zip file because we're going to mail the letter out ourselves. We're not going to send it to the print shop if we do it this way. Here, or, you know, if we want to download it and look at it before it went to the print file, you know, print shop, you know, that's the option too. However, but we want to send it. We're not going to download it. We're going to send it to the Total Post and Print. We're going to make sure our name, not client name, our name, email, telephone number. And if you want to say sent, if you want to put a little note, sent on behalf of client, like this is my client, so I want to say that I'm sending on behalf of this client. We can put that in there if we like, and then we will hit send. I'm not going to hit send because this is live, because I don't want that going over to the print shop. So but this is what you would do if you want to send. So once you sent it, you'll get another pop up to say it was sent, and then someone should be texting you or contacting you from the print shop, and then sending you an invoice. And then once you have the invoice, you'll take care of it that way. So, all right. So now we're going to go back to the CRM. We're going to find our client. And now we're going to come to generated letters. So today is the 16th. This is the time. And you see that generated by our names. It went to all three bureaus. It was increased. Round 4, the date and the time. Then you have it, the zip files. So if you wanted to print the word files, you can. Let's just say we were going to send the letters ourselves, but we decide that we want to send it through the print shop. We can send it through the print shop here as well. So you can send it that way. Do you have any questions, Jamal or Ms. Bryan?
No.
Okay. All right. So now we're going to go back. We're almost done. Go back to the bar. All right. So now we have here when it says debt consolidation. So remember we had those 3 accounts that that either if they didn't pay the accounts off, or if they didn't get the debt consolidation loan through like a federal credit union or a bank that they're dealing with, or if they didn't go through the fintech like SoFi or Lightscreen or whatever, we want to make sure that they're making monthly payments. The main thing with utilization is that you want to make sure that a utilization is taken care of before by the time you're done with the credit restoration, right? So if I know it's going to take 3 months, 30 days, 3 months, 6 months, 8 months, I want to make sure the utilization is taken care of 30 days prior to my last dispute. Okay, so we want to have a plan. We want to make sure that they're getting these. So basically, we're sending monthly reminders to them. So if the bill is due on the 5th and we want to send them a reminder on the 4th, we can send them a reminder on the 4th, or we can send them a reminder the day that the bill is due, that they pay their bill, because we don't need any late payments, right? So this is basically what this is. So this is saying snowball payment schedule. Snowball means that you're going from the lowest balance all the way to the highest balance. So this is saying which accounts we have, the limits for the accounts, the balance. They do have a payment plan for the first 5, but this just is an example for you. But let's just say we wanted to set up a reminder for them to make sure that they're making their monthly payments. So we will click here on the actions. We would come and we would make sure because we want to get it down to 30%, right? Utilization, that it pays off in 4 months. And then the day that it's due. So it's due on the 5th. So we're going to say the 4th. And then we're going to hit save. Okay. So when we come down here on the bottom, we're going to find on the 4th. This is saying that it's active, right? So let's just say we paid off the balance. We no longer need a reminder. We click here, action again on the wheel. It pops up. We stop the reminder and then we save it. And so it removes from off our list. And when we come down here, it's saying disabled. So it's no longer there. So this is basically to help you with debt. All right, so funding audit, underneath the funding audit. So basically this right here is showing you a projection. So as you know, the score machine, it helps with personal and business funding. So this gives a projection for personal as well as business. The projection for personal is 51K to 100K. For business, it is 101K plus. It gives the score again, as well as the increase, which is the same for both personal and business. It's showing the credit profile, the credit age, and revolving utilization is showing the same card. So it's saying that it's possibly to get that 51K to 100K, 11 cards. And then for the 101K plus, it's saying possibly 9 cards. So what I'm going to do is that if it's saying that it's 11 cards or 9 cards, I'm going to have a plan, right? When it comes to funding, I'm going to look to see who they already have relationships with and to see who I could go back to double dip for I won't get a hard inquiry. And so I'm going to have a plan, like a strategy for these 11 cards, because it may take less, but I still want to have a plan, because although I'm working on the credit, I want to have a plan when I get ready to go to the funding round and stuff like that. And you can just come back and read up on this here. We do ask that you read, that you click on all of the tabs, and that you get familiar with the tabs and see how it can like really help you. And so the last tab is funding. So remember, if you already had a client that's fundable, you could either go to underwriting or you can come all the way to funding if they're ready for funding. You don't have to go through all of these other tabs. The main thing for underwriting is that you want to know what the criteria is that your client needs to meet, right, and able to go to get funding. This software is great for credit. If you wanted to do credit analysis, like if you want to do audits for your client, again, you would upload your client and you would look at their credit report, and you would send them a report based on what the system is telling you. Like the system is telling you everything, right? It's telling you what they don't meet. It's telling you what's negative and stuff like that. It's telling you the items, and it's telling you about the utilization. And so you'll be able, like here, this is the main thing: increase late payments, collections, charge off, public records, right? And you want to give them a plan and let them know that, hey, either you can get the credit analysis. I can give that to you. If you want to charge them, $99, $97, 100, 150, 200, 250. You want to charge them that, or if you wanted to apply that amount towards the service, the credit repair services, you can say, okay, if we can take the deposit that you made from this report and we can apply it. You don't have to. You can do 2 separate services. This is something to help you get extra income coming in. And you can say, my goal is this software is $297 a month. So in order to do $297 a month, I need 3 clients. So this is something that you can put on your link tree, that you offer credit report, that you do, the audits and stuff like that. All right. So the last one is for funding. And so this is funding. So here, what you see with funding, you see the client state, and which is pulled off of the credit report. Here, where you see both, I'm going to change it to business. So you can change it. You can do both, or you can do business. I'm going to change it to business. Here, we're going to come over the tool, the funding admin toolbox. Underneath the toolbox, this is your percentage. So let's just say your state don't allow you to charge up front. So you don't have to charge for the credit repair up front. You can charge when it gets to the funding. So typically people charge 10%. But if you say, well, hey, I'm going to charge when we come to the funding, 12, 15, or customize, whatever you agree to, right? If you wanted to do that. But you can, if you wanted to do the report, right? And you say, well, hey, at least I can get a deposit by doing the credit analysis. You can do the report, and then the rest you can charge on the back end. Totally up to you. So so far they've got it funded with 30,000, this client, and they owe the client owes the administration fee of 3,000. So we're going to come over here to the invoice just to show you this invoice that's on the left panel. And this is the invoice for the 30,000. So again, total funding was 30,000. The 10% admin fee and the administrative fee is 10%, and then they owe 3,000. So the 3,000 is due. Once the 3,000 is paid, it will be 3,000 here, and total will be 0, right? If you wanted to pay here, pay now, remember you would have to have the 5-star set up inside your settings, but you can again pay invoices. You could also print the invoice. So you can print your own invoice and you can email it to your clients, right? So you'll be able to email the invoice to your client this way. All right, so to go back, you just hit back. So this is what this invoice is for your DAT. So we're gonna go back, and the back is gonna take us where we last left off at. Okay, so I have business as you see set up. The reason I have business is because most business, unless it's a Discovery or Capital One, typically business don't have a hard inquiry. And so I have business because I meet all the other criteria. So remember underwriting those criteria. So I meet those. So long as I meet those, then I should be able to apply for business because I have compatible credit. I mean, compatible, I guess say credit cards, right? So I meet all those criterias, 2 years, 5 primary cards, 2 of the cards is 5,000 plus. So now I'm able to go over in the business side. So I'm going to go to the business side to look to get funding on the business side. So here for the AI match, this is still coming because it has tokens there. So we don't really go over that in the training. But for the other one is the hybrid mode, which is AI recommended, plus you can adjust. And then also the DYI. So I'll switch here to the DYI to show you this first. So underneath the DYI, you can select up to 4 different creditors. So let's just say if I wanted to do credit cards, if you wanted to do all, you can click all, or you can click on the ones that you want to get funding for. So the creditors with SBA loans, line of credit, merchant cash advance, and so on. I'm gonna do credit cards. I'm gonna use Experian because I want to run Experian first. We'll do 3 rounds with Experian. I will select, my bank. The bank, it will show you what cards each bank has. And then you can just keep going down and doing your sequence, whichever bank that you want to use is how you would do that. If I wanted to do the hybrid is going to select 3 banks for me on the business side. And then if I wanted to select a 4th, I can select a 4th as well and pick whatever card that I want out of that. Just want to remind you for Amazon, starting next month, Amazon and American Express are no longer going to be partners. There is a post inside the Paid in Full that's on that if you want to read up on that. Okay, some more. But so this is kind of like the hybrid, how it looks. This is the recommended one. What I would do, I would just click on my bank. The only thing about this is that when you click on the creditor that you want to use, like their interfaces are all different. So American Express will look different, US Bank, and then the other ones may look different. So you just have to scroll through to where you can apply. Some have where you can apply, it will show right away. You can just fill out the applications, and some will show like different screens that you have to fill out. Like here, I'll fill out this, but then when I save and then I go to my business and here, it's still going to ask a whole bunch of information. So I have to save and then go to the next page. But this is it really with the training. Do anybody else have any questions on anything? Ms. Brown, Mr. Jamal?
No, I have no questions.
No questions. Okay, but you've been on with Coach V as well, right?
Yeah, I was on. That was she was one that was speaking yesterday.
Right. She's on Monday and Wednesdays, and I'm on Tuesdays and Thursdays.
So okay, so basically all the calls are just Monday through Thursday, correct?
Yes, and then Friday is the master class where we normally talk about stuff. If we have trainings and masterminds or something like that, you'll typically get us on those days for that. But Monday through Thursday, 8 p.m. Are the training days. Miss
Okay.
Candace, Miss, I don't know why I want to call you Miss Candace. Miss Brown, do you have any questions on anything?
What was I about to say? No, I like everything about it. I was gonna say something. Oh, what's your name? And there's somebody else?
Yeah, so it's two coach that starts with a V, right? So it's Coach
Oh,
Vivian, and then it's Veronica. So she's Coach V, and I'm Coach Viv,
okay.
right?
All
But
right, let me get it
yeah,
right
so
because I like to get the names right. I know how
I
that be.
know, I know. So, but so we do suggest that you get on both our trainings because I'm more like breakdown, educational, and Coach V. Hers maybe like a little bit more shorter than my training, but we both are thorough. We both understand the software, and you
Mhm.
can see different ways
Right.
of viewing the software. But again, it's great when you're breaking down stuff for your clients because I love anything that has KPIs where you can track or your team can track if you have VAs or whatever to help you track stuff.
Okay. And
Yep.
are you on specific days and she on specific days or?
Yes. So let me come to the paid in full community. And you said you're inside the paid in full community.
Yeah.
Okay. And I don't know if they have our names, but let me see. Okay. They had our names at one time, but I don't know. See, this is Coach V on Monday, and this is me on
Okay.
Tuesday and Thursday. And then
Got it.
typically Daddy may be on some Fridays and stuff like that, Ali.
Mm.
Yeah.
Hmm.
So but yeah. So
Okay. Well, thank you very much. Thank you for taking the time out and being thorough
no,
and answering everything.
no problem, no problem. So um let us know also with your setup, the stuff that we went over and stuff like that. If you got any questions, we're here to help you to make sure that you set up and to advise you as much as we can and stuff like that. So any questions you have, ask us. We're here for you pretty much.
Okay. And I can send you a message in the school community.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
And that's your name on Instagram too?
Yes, I'm Vivian Favors on Instagram.
Okay. All right.
Yeah.
That's all I got. I'm a mute.
Okay. Well, thank you. Today is the day that I went back. I mean, the week has gone by fast. Yes. So tomorrow is Mastermind, 3 p.m. Mastermind. So thank you all. We appreciate you so much, and we look forward to seeing you tomorrow on our Mastermind.
Okay, have a good one.
Okay. Thank y'all. Bye bye.
Good
Bye.
night, y'all.
Have a
Good
good one.
night. See here.